by using this lifting technique that we talked about earlier, where you block the technique, bridged over the top and turned. Now we're going to do a more direct version to get to the outside. Because obviously if the hook punch comes in, I check it here, I need to get to the outside. So this is similar but different to the last one. What we do here is we use this outer block here. Doesn't matter what style, whether you do the drunken style, whether you just come to a normal outer block. So it's from here, 1, then here, 2. So you're going to use 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. We'll show you from a couple of angles so you can see the block first before we go on to the point. So the hook comes in, we go 1, second one comes in, and we bridge over the top. So this hits underneath, if you can see this bit, comes underneath and lifts over. And this gets us to here, to the outside. Okay, so again, I'm not stopping the force, I'm redirecting it. Alright, so again it's 1, 2. Slowly, 1, 2, to here. Show you from the opposite angle. 1, 2, out. And then we go to strike the point that we're going to go for. So again, one more. 1, 2. If he throws it at force, just drift straight to the outside, no problem. Okay? Doesn't. So if that punch is going from my head, straight to the outside, it just lifts it and bridges it over. And by the time they've realised what's going on, that their inertia, their momentum has gone off to the side, you can then take a straight line into the target to make the technique work and to affect the technique. Just a quick one on this one. If you want to affect the balance, forget the points for a second. You want to affect the balance, throw punch comes in, is into here. Once you're here, you press the shoulder where the feet are, draw a line between the heels, and you push them over that line. So I'm going to step to that line to here between the heels. So again, if you show you from here, punch comes in, here, step. Very easy. Because you affect the balance, you take the balance. And then if you do the same again, and I sink here, and then launch, no problem. Send them quite a distance. So this is all the secret methods for sinking and launching the person. So now let's look at the application. So the hook punch comes in, we check, we come over the top, you press down. Now from here, this time I'm going to change the angle of the fist, coming around. So we turn the angle, it's going to drop down again into pericardium 1. So different application for pericardium 1. So again, punch comes in, 1, 2, 3, and drop into here. Okay? So again, punch comes in, 1, 2, 3, drop. Throw a really hard punch, here, into here. Obviously, I can't drop this down onto the heart because of the dysfunction of the heart. But you can see this, the softness. The harder he throws that punch, the easier it becomes, easy. Okay? So, it's the beauty behind the technique. The secret is the harder they throw the punch, the softer you go. It's like the yin-yang symbol, the master explains. The yin-yang symbol, you've got somebody hitting with a hard force, on the opposite side is a soft force, you do completely opposite. So the harder they throw the punch, you just relax and go with the flow of the movement. So it's quite a straightforward technique. So again, from here as the punch comes in, checking 1, 2, 3, strike. But what we're going to do is, whilst we're in this position, that's one application. I'm going to show you another application, hitting one of the other points. So we might as well keep going with the same technique for a second. So punch comes in, we go 1, 2, down, okay? And again, from here, the sword finger's jabbing in. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to control the arm. So I'm going to trap the arm, push through, and control here. And you see by applying pressure, okay? Yeah. By applying pressure in and down on the concentric vessel 22, we can force him down to the floor. So we get to the outside. Because the thing is, from here, just to explain, if Craig throws the first punch and I check it here, now I'm in a fight. I've got this punch to deal with. Because this one could come forward and hit, yeah? So I need to get past, because I can't control him. But from here, that punch comes in again. Now, he's trapped. He can't hit effectively. He tries to throw the punch with the other hand. So the balance shifts. Just a quick push. Like we talked about before about the bump. This way. So as that punch comes in, 1, 2, when we're in here, form the sword fingers into the concentric vessel 22. And if you see, from here, I'm trapping this arm, pushing it across to stop that hitting me. So if I don't push it, that can still hit. But if I trap it, it turns that punch away. Yeah? And I only need a split second. So again, comes in, 1, 2, in, press. Okay, and down. And then you deal with the person accordingly. So show you from the other angle. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, punch comes in. No, really go for it. here, you can see how effective that is. Into here, I'm going to be careful because the steps are there, but I trap the arm, I push the arm across, and I push the sword fingers. Remember we talked about the line of balance. Draw a line between the heels, take the middle of that line, take the right angle of that line, and push them over it. So I'm going to push my sword fingers over that line, and down they go. So I apply force in the direction of that line. Doesn't matter what the stance. Draw a line between the heels, take the centre of the line, take a right angle to it, and that is the direction you apply the force. And you'll get those sorts of reactions. And this is the next technique that we've covered.